Grand Rising! If you are a first time viewer, welcome. My name is Joseph Long, and I thank you for tuning in. To all my returning viewers, hello, friends. Today, for the sake of flow, I advise you now that I will start us with a meditative prayer, an exercise where we will use our imagination, imagining the scene of the wise men. Then we would go into the inspirational message. Two messages, as a matter of fact. One from the Watt Street Baptist Church of Durham, North Carolina, and the other message from the Daily Word. Ready? Sometimes we need to stop and use our imagination to gain a fresh understanding of the Epiphany. Saint Ignatius of Loyola was a big promoter of using imagination during meditative prayer and believed it was one method to unlock the mysteries of God. Here is a beautiful meditation from the little book of the Most Holy Child Jesus, a prayer book published in 1876. It can act as a springboard for further pondering and lead us to a deeper experience of the mysteries of the Epiphany. So now I ask you to sit back, relax, close your eyes if you'd like, and let your mind paint the scene as I read the following. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph are again in the poor stable cave. The faithful shepherds have come, have worshiped, and have gone back to their flocks with a great strong joy in their souls. The people of the city of David heed not. It is, as it were, nothing to them that the son of David, David's Lord, is born amongst them, that God, the eternal word, has become flesh and dwells amongst them. The thoughts and cares of the short-lived joys of this world fill their hearts. Now behold the strange sight to make one wonder. Over the place where the young child lies, there shines a star of mild, bright ray in the mid-air. Around the door of the rude abode stand the camels and servants and horses of the rich and great. Announcing, 3 wise men, grave and noble, to behold, have alighted. 3 kings from the far off east, bearing rich and costly presents. They bow down low to the ground and offer the rare gifts, bright gold to the infant king, sweet fragrances to God, who has come on earth, bitter myrrh to the Son of Man, who is to die for man. For have these brave hearts traveled, far have these brave hearts traveled, over hill and plain they followed the star which guided them. They heeded not the ties of home, nor hung back from the toil and danger of the long winter's journey. Nothing could keep them back. Not jeers of friends who thought them bad. They have seen the star of the Holy Child. It is enough. It told of the light of the world, the light of God, which was to shine in Israel in the midst of a dark, dreary world. And now they are come. They have found the light. It is Jesus, who is the light of heaven. He is in a rude stable, but have heed not its poverty. His mother of a poor maiden, she wears no silk nor fine linen, no golden gems, but what matter? She is the maiden mother, and in her arms lie Jesus, and in their souls his light shines, and we will shine forever, evermore. You may open your eyes. Epiphany comes 12 days after Christmas on January 6th. The season of Epiphany continues into the beginning of Lent on Ash Wednesday, February 10th. This year, we celebrate the Epiphany on Thursday, January 6th. Epiphany means to make manifest and brings to light the mission of Jesus to the world. Central images of the season of the Epiphany include the Spirit descending at, I'm sorry, Epiphany means to manifest and brings to light the mission of Jesus to the world. Central images of the season of Epiphany include the Spirit descending at the world, on Jesus, baptism and weddings at Canaan. With Epiphany, however, we usually associate the story of the three magi who followed the star to find baby Jesus. When we celebrate Epiphany, we commemorate this appearance of Christ to the gentle world. The good news is that God loves each of us. God calls us to find ways to show this love to all of God's children everywhere. The days after Christmas holiday often bring a letdown. It's hard to help it sometimes. The special exception of the days before just doesn't last. It can't. We couldn't live that way all the time. It wouldn't be special anymore. But interestingly, the church calendar doesn't just go back to normal after Christmas. It doesn't just send us on our way hoping for the best or tell us to get back to the way things were. It brings the Epiphany. It brings us light that isn't just here for a season, but light that continues to shine, light that continues to beckon, light that goes out into that wider world into which we return after Christmas, and light that guides. But it's also not just a light for us. Epiphany also brings us the wise men, complete outsiders, not just geographically, but theologically as well. They aren't kings so much as astrologers, sorcerers, some say, and yet they are drawn in by the new light, beckoned to imagine a new truth, that a new king has not just been commissioned or crowned, but born. You know the story. Their interaction with Herod, the worldly power who was shaken by the news they bring. You know of his consultation with the religious leaders to help find where the light may lead. You know of the wise men finding Jesus, Mary, and Joseph worshiping Jesus, and then being warned to go home a different way. I like that part of that. This part, especially, they're going home by another way because they are different than when they came. So they go home, back to their normal lives, perhaps, back, but haven't seen the light, having worshiped a new king that will indeed save the world. Still, surely life is no more Epiphany all the time than it is Christmas, except maybe it is. Maybe thanks to the gospel story, we know in our back to normal lives that God's light is still in the world, that the vision of W.H. Auden puts it will not go away. But it is here in a way that will challenge the status quo, in a way that will poke through all our efforts to put our ultimate faith in anything but God. The challenge of the time being then, of the new year, of the whole year, is to figure out how to arrange our lives as we can see it. May the so on this day, we commemorate the Magi in the Bible as they arrive in Bethlehem and offered their gifts to the newborn Jesus. Today, we receive these gifts anew when we center our hearts on the presence and power of God. We receive the gifts anew when We center our hearts on the presence and power of God. We accept the true gift of the Magi given to all and hearken to the epiphany of the Christ within us. Like the Magi, we joyfully discover our divinity in every area of our life. If health challenges loom large, we rest in the awareness of the Christ within and touch the indwelling healing presence. We affirm, I am eternally whole and vibrant. If we feel lonely or challenged by life circumstances, we focus on the Christ within and feel God's light upon us. We affirm, I arise, shine, and know all is truly well. So may the light shine upon each and every day, and so it is. So if you haven't already done so, please click on that like button. If you are on my Instagram channel and you're not a friend as of yet, please follow me on Instagram at SlimBrotherTHA73. If you are on my YouTube channel and you're not a subscriber as of yet, please please subscribe to my channel at Inspirational Moments with Joseph Long. That would mean a lot to me, and it will greatly help with my algorithms. I'm tongue-tied today. I don't know what's going on. All right. So also, if you are on my YouTube channel, don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you may be notified every time I post a new video. I want to thank each and every one of you who tuned in live last night during my guided evening meditation. And I want to thank each and every one of you who viewed the video, last night's meditation video. Oh my gosh, that meant a lot to me. And I had forgotten that there is a group of you who only tune into my evening meditations. So with that being stated, know that we will have a guided meditation this evening at 9:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my Facebook and Instagram channels. Remaining in a state of gratitude, I want to also thank each and every one of you for tuning in and into this meditation today by listening to these special messages on the Epiphany. I want you to know that I love you and I appreciate you. Peace and many blessings. Hey, Nagarian, good to see you, my brother. Miss Pat. Oh, I did not recognize those of you that's on here. I'm sorry. Before I go off, I have Miss Pat live here on YouTube. Grand rising to you. And then I have my brother Nagarian. Grand rising to you, Miss Pat. It was awesome and I really enjoyed it. Thank you, Joe, and I love you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that because I was stumbling along the way. And when I do that, that's why I have a script. I follow a script because I want things to flow well for my listeners, for my viewers. So when I stumble along the way, I get a little concerned as to whether or not you guys could follow me, whether or not the message remains impactful. So I appreciate your feedback on that. So with that, I'm not going to hold you any further. YouTube is telling me there's 2 other people on live. Please be aware that I cannot see you. That's why I have not personally thank you and recognize you, but know that I do appreciate you nonetheless. So with that, go forth on this day, letting the light shine through you, not just on this day, but every day during this 2022 new year. Blessings.